What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today is a little context because my last video was me explaining my situation in Spain and telling you sort of the truth about everything, and it was more of like a chill, relaxed, sit down sort of video, and I didn't think it'd actually do that well, and I wasn't expecting it to like pull numbers or anything. The response from it was really positive. You guys were supporting me, which I really do appreciate. You know, it's a sit down video, it's more of a chill one, it's more real, it's less about the constant entertainment. It was just more relaxed and more personal, which I didn't really know how it would be reciprocated and how it would go about, how people would react to it. But you guys showed a lot of support, and a lot of you guys privately messaged me as well, sort of, you know, asking about the situation and showing support, which I really do appreciate. Like, genuinely, you guys are amazing. Over the last couple months especially, this is why I'm going to do this video today, so many people have messaged me just privately asking questions and saying like how my videos are relatable and how they relate to the videos, and when I sit down and talk about my experiences, people just like that and can relate to it. So I thought I'm going to do more of it. You know, I like to be real with you guys. When I'm doing entertaining and cool things, I like to share it, but that's not life. It's not cool full steam ahead every day. Sometimes you want to just chill out, or sometimes you're not feeling it, and everyone goes through stuff, and I like to share that, and people seem to relate to it, seem to really enjoy it. So that's what this video is about today. So actually, something that happened recently, just a week ago, I turned 20. It's my 20th birthday. I was celebrating. It was a great event, but 20 years old now, you're technically out of your teenage years. That's what I want to dive into a little bit today. My teenage years and just teenagers in general. It's a struggle to get through it, especially these days. There's so much like hurdles and stuff to get over. I want to share a little bit about it, and just because I'm 20 now, it doesn't mean all the struggles just disappear. They're still there, and I still feel like your 20s up to probably about 25, even 30, it still has a lot of struggles and hurdles to get over. You're still learning a lot about yourself. That's what I want to dive a bit more into. But first I actually need to go get some stuff real quick. So let's get my keys and off we go. Gotta go to my car real quick. Am I the only one that in summer just rocks sliders? Because it's a long distant relative's birthday, and I always seem to forget cards. I always write them out, buy them, and when it comes to sending them, I never do. And as they're quite far away, we need to get this sent. So let's go inside real quick. And oh, you're taking the piss. Let me in better. I will find a way in to say hello to you. So 20 years old now. How the hell did that happen? You know, I was 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It's just flown by, it really has. I don't believe it. How am I out of my teenage years now? 21, I'm a full grown man on paper, but am I mature enough for my age? Am I an adult? No. Yeah, the teenage years are a funny time, and like you go through ups and downs, and I'm going to share some of my experiences. I'm not perfect, you know, I'm not this guy that knows everything, so I'm not going to act like I am. I'm still learning myself, and there's still a lot of mistakes I've made and probably still will make. There's a few little bits that I can probably, if you could prevent and learn off me, it would save you a whole lot of time and effort. So the teenage years in general, I think the first one, number one, especially these days, everyone thinks you got to have it worked out by the time like you're 18 or like you're 20 or something like that. For some reason, that's such like a stereotype these days. I feel like with social media, you see people that have all these luxuries or earn this sort of amount of money, and just everyone has that expectation that you got to have it all figured out really early in your life now, which couldn't be further from the truth realistically. Like 18, you don't have to be a millionaire, you don't have to have this, you don't have to have that. Just go with it. You know, success comes to those who wait and work hard. The earlier you start, the earlier your success will come. That's a given. But don't start panicking because by the time you're 17, you haven't made 100,000, or by the time you're 18, you're not a millionaire, because that's quite unrealistic anyway. Not many people do that. It's like 1% of people, probably less than 1%. But on social media, they portray it as it's a normal thing. Everyone is a millionaire by the time they're 18. That's one of the things I've learned. You just put a lot of pressure on yourself. Maybe it's not about money. Maybe like you feel like you should have this by a certain age or that at a certain age. Don't put an age on anything, to be honest. Like, let whatever you want just come to you, because the stress of having like a deadline, or I gotta hit this by the time I'm 18, you won't enjoy the process, for one. Two, it probably won't happen because you're just stressing 24/7, and it makes it more unrealistic. You can't focus because you're just putting so much pressure on yourself. I just feel like by the time I was 18, I need to have this figured out and that figured out. Realistically, you don't, and it puts a lot of pressure on young people because they feel like they're failing at life, or they should be doing things a certain way. And that's what leads me into my next point of doing what you want to do as a teenager. But for any age really, in your teenage years, you get influenced by other people, or you think you should be doing certain things because other people your age are. One of my main examples is people my age, like 20 now, but even 19, 18, go partying all the time, go drinking, go clubbing. That's what like the stereotype of fun is. Oh, you have to be doing that when you're that age. I was never into it. I'm still not. I've never been to a party. I've only ever been to a club twice, and one of those was for New Year's Day this year. It's just not for me. I rarely drink either. It's just not for me. It's fun sometimes, like having a couple drinks with a friend. That's what I enjoy, but week in, week out and going to parties, it really doesn't seem fun to me. It's not my thing in the slightest. It never has been, and I doubt it ever will be. Just don't get pressured into it, because everyone else my age is always trying to get me out. Oh, you're boring, or you don't do this, you don't do that, or you're missing out. I never really let it get to me, because I was like, it's just not my interest. I don't see that as fun. I don't see working the whole week and then kind of spending all your earnings on the weekend. But money aside, I just didn't see the fun in it. So I never really let the pressure of other people or what people my age are doing get to me. My idea of interest is going on adventures all the time, you know, going on holiday, saving my money to go away, and filming YouTube videos. If I'm being honest, this is my fun. I do it every week. So what most people my age do is their idea of fun is to go into a party every week, whereas mine is getting up a camera and filming my adventures or filming my life. That's what's fun to me. Just because your friends are doing it or that's what you're supposed to be doing it's not right. I see so many people go down that sort of lane because they think they have to be partying, they have to be doing this. Just do what makes you happy, realistically. That's one thing I did. I never let like the pressure and the influence of other people get to me. If that sounds like you and you're sort of swaying towards that, you're like, I'm going to all these parties and I just genuinely don't like it, but my friends, you feel like you have to, then just don't. Another thing in your teenage years, everyone really goes through it. You lose friends, you gain friends, but the loss always is a struggle. You know, I when I was younger, I had a very close group of friends, probably from about 8 years old all the way to about 16. We were friends for like 8 years, we did everything together. And when I was 16, you start to drift apart or you fall out with some friends, and it's horrible at the time. So everything happens for a reason, I find, especially with friendships. If they're meant to be, they're meant to be. And same with relationships, if they're meant to be, they're meant to be. Everything sort of works out for a reason. Whether it's your friends, you lose girlfriends, they come and go. The relationship side of things as a teenager is a huge struggle, but I always think in the end, you look back and think, thank God that happened, and everything usually happens for a reason. So if you're a teenager now and you're like suffering from a relationship, you know, a breakup, or your friends are sort of going in a direction you don't like, or, you know, they just don't speak to you anymore, I think just get yourself out there. The conclusion to losing friends, because mine happened literally like that. Get out of your comfort zone a little bit. That's the way of resolving a lot of issues, is getting out of your comfort zone. I got out of my comfort zone, I tried new things. I would go down the basketball court or the football pitch on my own and just have fun. Or I would go on little adventures and just try and socialise and meet people, because I feel like that's the best way of doing it. Getting out of your comfort zone. I used to hate just going to a football pitch or a skate park or a basketball hoop on my own. I used to hate it. I always had someone with me. Throwing myself in the deep end, getting out of my comfort zone. I met some really good friends by doing that, and then I learned a lot about myself, realised I can do what the fuck I want on my own, and since then I've gone to London by myself, I've gone to Spain by myself. It makes you a lot more independent, you can rely on yourself. It's taught me a lot. If I didn't do the stepping stones of just hopping down the park or going to the football pitch by myself, it wouldn't have led me on to literally going to other countries by myself. You know, I'm not claiming to be perfect, I'm not claiming to have all the answers, because I'm far from it. There's still so much stuff I need to learn about myself, learn about life, because, you know, I'm only 20 years old myself, and I've made a lot of mistakes, and I've also got mistakes to make. That's just how it is. Life's a lesson, you're learning every day. But anyway, I'm going to wrap up the video here today, because I'm sure it's already long enough. And just leave in the comments if you want to ask me any questions, or if you could help anyone else out. Get the comment section going, get it active. Let's have a little discussion down there just about life. If anyone has any questions, answers, I'll be down there as well. You guys are amazing. I love you guys. Mwah. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.